Hi, Sparrow Wren. I am here for Studio 64, and I have the pleasure today of interviewing Jeff Frankel of the Revival Brothers. Thanks so much for being here today.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So I'm so excited for the show, and I, in doing a little bit of background, I understand that having an Allman Brothers tribute band has been a lifelong dream for you.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
Well, I grew up in Oceanside, Long Island. I grew up in a musical family. My dad was a big band drummer. And so I started playing drums when I was about 8 years old. And when I was, I was really into all kinds of different stuff. And the Fillmore East existed from 1968 to 1971, June. So just 3 years. And I was able to catch tons and tons of acts. I mean, like Bill Graham was he was an amazing promoter, and he would have combinations of like B.B. King and the Grateful Dead, and all these, these triple bill shows. So when I was 14, my parents were really permissive with me, and they allowed me to just take the Long Island Railroad with a buddy of mine, Ed Berman. And we would go, and we'd get tickets. I don't remember how we got tickets at that time. But anyway, so we would go, and one of my favorite bands was the Allman Brothers. I mean, it was just like, they were phenomenal. And so we went, I saw them probably 4, 5, 6 times in that span of, from 1970, was it all in 71? Anyway.
Did you get to meet them?
Yes,
Yeah?
I did.
How
I got
was
to meet
that?
them, and I got to be very good friends with the two drummers at the time. And yeah, I mean, the album came out, the Live at the Fillmore East came out, and then the Fillmore closed the week before that. And then there was a concert that we were able to get tickets for, and I ended up seeing a bunch of the guys walking down the street, and they walked down behind the theater, and I said, "You guys are on the back of the Allman Brothers record." And he goes, "No." Dickie Betts turns around and looks at me, and he says, "No, I'm on the front." Dickie Betts. And so he said, "Well, do you want to come backstage?" And I said, "Sure." And that was like kind of my, it was amazing. I mean, these guys were my idols.
So what is it about that specific music that really scratches an itch in your soul?
I think it's a lot of improvisation stuff that's going on in the music. Well, I know that, and a lot of it is jazz influenced, because J-Mo, the drummer, the black drummer, he brought to the attention of these very young musicians in the Allman Brothers about, John Coltrane and Miles. So a lot of that kind of filtered into their music, and that was kind of, I always loved jazz, so it was kind of a given. It was like, wow, there's this whole conglomerate of different musical genres, that were part of that. So that's what, I don't know if that answered the question.
It does. Do you have any personal stories from your interaction with the band that you can share that aren't too personal?
Well.
Anything fun?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but we smoked pot with them, And
Say it isn't so.
I mean, it was one of the things. I mean, J-Mo and Butch would wait for us to show up, and they would always ask, well, you got anything? And of course, at that time, we did. And so we would, we would do it with them. And oh yeah, there was a really fun time. They were playing a show in Albany, New York. This is still when Duane Allman was alive, and they were doing Mountain Jam. And Ed and I were on the stage, and J-Mo wasn't at his drum kit, so Butch kept looking over at both of us and saying, "Hey, come on, play," because they knew that we were drumming. So then all of a sudden, the band that opened up for them was Wet Willie Band, and then their drummer came. But It was amazing. You know, I mean, it was like, that was kind of, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like 15 years old, you know. And
One of those pinch me moments. Like, I
Exactly.
can't believe this is my life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's nice when that happens.
Yeah.
What are your goals with the Revival Brothers and as a musician generally?
Well, I have the best of the best playing in this band. I mean, I have Brady and Kevin and Justin and Timmer and Jerry and Chuck and myself. So the musicianship is really high.
Yes.
And at the same time, this presentation that you'll see tonight is what I want to kind of bill the band as. It's more of a show, and it's a tribute to the Allman Brothers, but it's not like we're going out there and trying to look like them. We're just playing their music.
Okay.
And you know, so hopefully we can do some national stuff. You know, I mean, you know, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, that's a fantastic goal, right?
Yeah.
And you'd mentioned that your background, you have this, you know, it's such a gift to come from a musical family
Oh,
and
yeah.
have a musical background.
Yeah.
For you personally, what is it about making music that really feeds you? You know, for some people it's serving the music, for some people it's serving themselves, for some people it's serving the audience. What is it for you?
Oh,
how do you connect with
I think it's like it's a celebration when you play, and it's a gift, and that should never leave you as a musician. I mean, if there's things that I can do that I feel kind of close to, maybe the compensation is not really there, but I'm really feeling it, I'll give of myself for that. You know, it's always about that. I mean, the day that I stop not enjoying what I'm doing is the day that I won't be playing it anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah. And it's a pleasure meeting you, too.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you, too.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about you.
Aw, well, good stuff, I hope.
Yeah.
This has been Sparrow Wren for Studio 64. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.